that quick electric turn. David Murray, the chairman, with Walter Smith looking much more relaxed now. Although he's still got to survive this set piece and perhaps some injury time. O'Neill and McAllister over the ball. O'Neill takes it straight against the wall. McAllister back to O'Neill. Evans trying to turn. Mitchell rather. That's taken away there by David Robertson for the throw. Still the pressure remains on the Rangers defence. The Hibs supporters getting the ball back as quickly as they can for this throw. We're into stoppage time now. Can Hibs supply a dramatic finish? There's McAllister's cross. In goes Farrell. Wasn't far away from that. Mitchell returns it, and that's a clumsy one. That may well be the last attempt by Hibs. Frustration in the face of Graham Mitchell. And Ali Maxwell, I'm sure, will take plenty of time about this goal kick. Referee Jim McCluskey has already checked these linesmen. And he'll do so again, I'm sure, shortly. He's into stoppage time. He's changing a word or two with some of the players. The Rangers players feeling final whistle to be blown. Stephen Tweed left to loft the ball downfield. Michael O'Neill gets to it there. Cleared by Robertson, straight to Mitchell. Has to be the long ball through the middle again, looking for a mistake by the Rangers defence. Well, could that be the mistake? Here's Evans. Gary Stevens missed that. Maxwell's come a long way. Did enough there to beat the ball to safety. And Hateley breaks here. Battling hard with Farrell. Well, what a hefty challenge that was. Farrell and Hateley going with total commitment there. Well, Hateley is certainly responding there to his teammates, but there was no shirking there on the part of either player, and that sums up this cup final. A very tough challenge between Hateley and Farrell. Total conviction, commitment by both players.
It was a real powerful challenge for Mark Hateley, but this time in the game, that's exactly what you want from the team. I can only think that David Farrell's knee must have hit in the head or something there. He certainly doesn't seem to be anything wrong with his legs or anything, but that's the type of commitment you need from all your team when you're defending a lead like this.
Well, David Farrell none the worse. He certainly has battled very hard in that Hibs midfield. Well, he's the player to win the tackles in that area, and he goes over to Mark Hateley, showing professional respect. The Rangers fans chanting Mark Hateley's name. It's so different from the first few weeks of his Ibrox stay back in 1990, and he was not received well by the Rangers fans initially. It's hard to remember that. Mitchell lofts it forward. Tweed has stayed upfield. Goff wins that. Played forward by Mitchell. Robertson the winner again. Well, here's Hunter. Missed kick by Ferguson. Evans helps that on for O'Neill. Can he get this across goal? Only as far as Goff. Here's Trevor Stephen, who may be one of the calmest players in the field at this stage. Playing it into space for the Durant. There is no offside. McCoy wants to clear across the near post. It goes to Hateley, the far side. And that certainly would have settled it. The corner kick to Rangers. We're well into stoppage time now. Referee McCluskey has played, more than 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Nearly 4 minutes of extra time has been added on. 2-1 it is to Rangers. Hateley feeling the effects of that blow in the face in the tackle with Farrell. It's back with McCall, the keeper of the corner flag, I reckon. Back it comes to Gary Stevens. And the final whistle goes. The first trophy of the season goes to Rangers. And really there can be no argument about their merit in winning this match. The spectacular winning goal came from Ali McCoist. Just about 8 minutes from the end, the overhead kick to win the final. And all three Rangers goals, in fact, scored by All 3 goals scored by Rangers players. Ian Durrant had the first, and then 4 minutes later, an own goal by Dave McPherson after Keith Wright's cross from the left. But Rangers kept up the pressure. They looked to be the better side for the bulk of the match, and they earned their due reward when Harry McCoy's popped up near the end, and he's greeted there by his manager. Heartfelt thanks again. It's happened so frequently in the past. So a happy Rangers manager seeing his team pick up the first trophy in the defence of the treble. Billy, a thoroughly merited win.
Yes, I think over the piece Rangers were the better side, had the most chances, and at the end of the day did the most important thing. They took advantage of a couple of them, and that set the clock away. But I felt really that the triumph was sealed a little bit with their midfield display. Seldom have I seen Trevor Steven more assertive. And Stuart McCall shrugged off his injury problems to give Rangers a stranglehold that the Hibs never quite broke down. All credit to Alec Miller's men. They made a real good cup final in the second half. They were just that little bit short to challenge Rangers totally, but nevertheless, they gave it a good final, and really it was an entertainment for everyone, particularly the second half.
To Alec Miller among his players there, I imagine it's a question of some consolation for them at this stage, because there's a league campaign to go on, and he's congratulating most of his players there as they come off. Certainly Jim Leighton, the goalkeeper, well worthy of any praise being heaped upon him for his performance this afternoon. He'll be among the first players going up to collect their losers' medals, and it's the losers who go up first to collect, and the winners wait to take the stage as the players wait to have the call to go up to receive the trophy. First of all, the runner-up medals for the Hibs players, who've been very well received by their fans. They recognise the amount of commitment and energy put into this match. In the end, they came off second best to the team which was better on the day. There can be no disgrace in that. So the Hibs players make their weary way up the steps there to collect their runners-up medals. And they're led by the captain, Gordon Hunter. Willie Miller behind him. The wife of the president of the Scottish Football League, Yule Craig, is presenting the medals. So they turn and go back down the same stairs. Darren Jackson very disappointed. Keith Wright, who scored in the winning final 2 years ago. So there's Gareth Evans, the substitute. Jim Leighton back at the big stage again, performing superbly. Brian Hamilton too. David Farrell, who battled so hard. Reserve goalkeeper Chris Reid goes through. Dave Beaumont, who was substitute 2 years ago also, following his transfer from Luton Town. And they all make their way back downstairs and head for the dressing room. Well applauded by their supporters, and the stage shortly will be clear for the winners. But right for the moment, Sheik Chung is with Walter Smith.
Walter, congratulations, and if you don't make it as a manager, any player, a Hollywood scriptwriter, McCoy's on the bench, he came on and did the business for you.
Yes, well, he does what he does best, and that's scoring goals. And that was a terrific goal, and he's one of these players, he's just got a nose for it, and we were fortunate that we got the opportunity. It was a great goal.
How much of a thought did you have to make about leaving McCoy on the bench from the start?
Well, it was an awkward decision because he's now back playing. I didn't feel that he was fully match fit, and I think when you put somebody into a cup final in that situation, you're asking an awful lot of them. And I always felt he had a little bit of sharpness to show, and he did do when he came on.
It really was a tremendous game, very entertaining in the second half particularly.
Well, I even felt the first half, the game was NPN, with chances for both sides, and we took our chances. Hibs came back, took theirs, and had a really good spell after that, and I thought it was a good final.
Walter, congratulations, thanks a million.
Thanks, Rick.
A colourful scene here from the Rangers supporters as Richard Gough leads the players up the staircase there. Very difficult to get through all these happy Rangers fans. But it's Richard Gough who is coming to collect the Scottish League Cup. The first leg of the treble defended successfully. And the trophy being handed down. Harry Maxwell, his second major trophy, having won the Scottish Cup with Motherwell 2 years ago. Dave McPherson, they're thoroughly relieved after his own goal put Hibs back in the match. So down the line of players it goes. And they certainly did come out this afternoon as though this was a match of immense importance to them. Their authority as the #1 side in the country had been challenged by Hibs, and they've come up with a very powerful response. Gary Stevens followed down there by Stuart McCall. Ian Durrant has scored the first and was so influential throughout the match. And Ali McCoist at the end there holds the trophy aloft, a special cheer. Alexei Mikhailichenko, the substitute who wasn't used. McCoist goes down. He played in the match for about 14 minutes only, but that was enough to conjure up that incredible winning goal. So he's mobbed as he makes his way down the stairs, back down for the celebrations on the field. Well, there's the dummy champagne bottle for him to take down on the field. He watched the Tennis Scottish Cup final, McCoist. He was on the track, and you remember with his crutches, and there he goes now. He's down to give it a few words at the end of the game with Rob McLean.
Ali, I wasn't sure if that was you or Roy of the Rovers there coming on as sub.
I couldn't believe it myself, Rob. I always felt I had a wee chance of scoring. There was one before it when Durante maybe miscued it. I thought I'd be hit at the fat side of the goal I was on it, but the gaffer obviously was right. I didn't think he was right at the start of the game, but he's been proved right again. So
I hate the question, talk us through the goal, but talk us through the goal.
I can't really remember. It came from the left-hand side of the box, and it came off something. It just was up in the air, and I just managed to. I think is this your first medal?
We'll let you get your photo taken. I know you don't like it, but on you go.
Thanks very much, Rob. Thank you.
So a winning team photograph being taken there. That's why Ali McCoist and Trevor Stevens had to rush off. So the photographers there to take that photograph, which you'll see in the morning papers. And Richard Gough leads the team now on the half lap of honour, I think it'll be. And the trophy being treated with some casualness there, but the safe hands of Ian Ferguson now. As the Rangers players savour the moment when they've won another trophy. And it's an occasion, I think, which players never tired of, Billy.
Yeah, this is really what makes this, what sets the seal on the final. Your team has worked hard, Rangers have worked very hard, they've got the players fit, they start to look like a real threat, but this is a real enjoyable day for them. They won the cup and they want to go and display it to the fans.
Well, a lot of talk there has been before the match about bonus money, but I think at this stage that's the last thing in these players' minds, Billy.
No, that's right. I think too often bonus money takes a headline, but really when you're in a cup final, all you want to do is get your hands on that trophy, because memories are made of this, and really there is nothing that can compensate you for winning the cup. It's a marvellous occasion, and this is what happens now.
So on the pitch, Rob McLean is down there. I think he has Ian Durrant with him.
Ian, you just love the big occasions, don't you?
Well, I've always said, and I love the cup finals, the big games, and today was no different. Now I thought the boys battled well in the second half. I thought they deserved the result we got.
How tough did Hibs make it?
Made it very tough. Now they're no mugs now. They're top of the league, doing very well. So now we treat them with every bit of respect. But in the end of it, I think we're worthy winners.
Trevor, for me, you were one of the men of the match. How did you enjoy it?
I thought it was a good game. I'm not sure what it was like for watching on TV, but I thought it was a good game to play in. I enjoyed it. Of course, we were going to enjoy the result. It's important for us to win today. We've got the win we wanted, and we're delighted, and the fans are absolutely thrilled.
Do you feel the season takes off from here for you?
Well, this is a good starting point. You know, we've obviously got a lot to play for yet. We've got to catch Hibs in the league yet. They've showed today why they're up there. So you know, we've got to catch them. We've got a lot to play for yet.
Let you go and celebrate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So Trevor Stephen there with Ian Durrant talking to Rob McLean, and clearly delighted about this performance over the piece. The Rangers players going round to all their supporters, and they will take as much time as required to respond to their supporters who've given them tremendous backing once again this afternoon. David Robertson has tasted victory and defeat in this competition in the final, both with Aberdeen before coming to Rangers. Ian Durrant, the big match specialist, has done it again, and an outstanding performance. But there's the golden boy again, Ali McCoist. Goal scorers for Rangers, Ian Durrant and Ali McCoist, greeting their supporters and offering themselves for photographs to the morning press. So the Super Ali chant goes around the stadium. and how he enjoys those occasions, especially in view of missing out on the cup final in May. So the Rangers fans are here. Virtually no one has left the stadium as yet, wearing red, white and blue. So Mark Hateley once again proving his value to Rangers with an outstanding performance up front, full of courage, full of energy and stamina, Billy.
Well, that's right. I think Rangers had a lot of contenders for being the man of the match. Mark Hateley certainly is always a threat, and his running and his power is always difficult question mark for most teams. But for me, Durant played very well. I think Durant's a real big occasion player, and I felt his performance today was excellent. And he played just short of Mark Hateley, picked up the ball, made a lot of good passes, made a lot of good runs at the box, and when it really counted, he got the opportunity to score, and he scored so magnificently, so confidently. But having said that, Richard Gough had a superb game for Rangers, as did David Robertson, as did Stuart McCall, as did Trevor Steven. So really, at the end of the day, they had a lot of good players on the day when it counted.
A great team performance. I'm taking time there with some of the disabled supporters down there below us, and Ali McCoist, another fan there. I hope that's not an exchange of telephone numbers. Well, no, a very well-known Rangers fan, Andy Cameron. I think he's pleased with things. Well, anyone doubting his commitment to Rangers, just look at these pictures. So the Rangers players make their way back to the dressing room where the champagne will undoubtedly flow. The trophy back with the skipper, Richard Gough. Held up again for the press photographers. The one end of the pitch, of course, totally deserted, and Hibs fans already on their way home. It wasn't their day. In fairness, they met a very good side in very good form. And Hibs certainly lacked nothing in terms of commitment and energy for the task, but on the day, they simply weren't good enough to cope with this Rangers side. And the players now trekking toward the dressing room. They are in no hurry at all, enjoying every second of these celebrations on the pitch, shared with their supporters. And now they make their way to the dressing room. It's the first trophy of the season to Rangers. A fine victory, winning by 2-1, thanks to goals from Ian Durant initially, and the winning goal from Ali McCoist. Ali McCoist scoring the winning goal in the cup final. That's almost as surprising as the fact that Andy Cameron enjoyed the victory. So there it is. Rangers have begun the defence of their treble successfully with that 2-1 win over Hibs. It was a good final, and I don't think really we can have any argument at all about the fact that Rangers deserve to win. I wonder what the captain thought of it all. Here's Richard Gough.
Richard, the psychology of before the game was, you suggested that Hibs were the favourites. Was it a bit of psychology on your part?
Not really. I mean, Hibs are playing very well this season, top of the league. We've actually stuttered a wee bit this season. Even today, I don't think we played very tremendously well, but we played well enough to get a result.
Certainly was an exciting match, though.
Well, once we went 1-0 up, I didn't see us losing it, and we gave away a very, very bad goal. And obviously that gave Hibs a lift. Had a couple of chances after that, but I thought overall Jim Leighton had a very good game for them today. He had 4 or 5 tremendous stops, and if it wasn't for Jim, I think we would have won by a few more goals. But all credit to Hibs. They played us, they came out and attacked us and made a right good game of it.
Some people are calling it a bad start to the season for Rangers, but here you are, 1 trophy under your belt already.
Well, I mean, all the critics have said it is a very bad start for us. But we've just won the League Cup final and we're 2 points off the top of the league. And the team can only get stronger and stronger. As long as we keep the desire to keep on winning trophies, we won't be far away then.
You got the hunger for that treble again?
Definitely.
Richard, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Chip.
Well, watching the game along with me here in our Parkhead studio were Murdo MacLeod and Gordon Strachan. Let's get an immediate reaction from them. Murdo, you tipped Hibs, but I don't think you ever really fancied that your tip was going to come off, did you?
I think if Hibs had played the way they have been playing, they had a right good chance to win today. The first half was very disappointing. I think they went out more and tend to stop Rangers playing in the first half, other than going and showing how they are top of the league just now. Second half they improved. They got the goal maybe a wee bit luckily, but after that they put Rangers under pressure. They had a couple of great chances, And if they get in front, then it would be difficult to stop.
How well did Rangers play, Gordon?
They played well. You know, I've been hearing some horror stories about the way Rangers have been playing. But that was a good Rangers performance. I think it summed up the game today. That I think Jock Brown was saying that he wasn't sure who to name man of the match for Rangers. We could have put 5 or 6, but we couldn't pick anybody really from the Hibs side to be in that class. The man of the match.
Except possibly Jim Leighton.
Jim played well. Yeah.
Sure, and that tells its
game,
own story, doesn't it? That's right. Let's take a look back at some of the major incidents, obviously featuring the goals. The first goal coming just 10 minutes into the second half, and Ian Durrant involved from start to finish.
It's a great 1-2 here. But again, it's a funny thing to say, but his first touch was a bad one because the ball's bobbled up. But with the ball bobbling up, it's given the chance to lift the ball over Jim Leighton.
Yeah, that's worth taking another look at, Gordon. I mean, it was an easier goal because he miscontrolled it the first time round almost.
He's great at this. He loves when he's facing the back four and he comes on. He's got a great turny pace, he's got a good touch, he can do these things. But the goal actually started when the Hibs gave away a bad free kick on the other side of the pitch, and they took it quickly. The Hibs player went and tackled the Rangers guy who was facing the old jungle end, the jungle side there. It needlessly gave away a free kick. They got on and played the ball quickly. You can see the Hibs midfield player still trying to get back there.
Lovely one too, wasn't it?
Beautiful. As you say, his first touch was a bad one, but gave him the opportunity to get the lob in.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, we've seen that so often with Durrant doing these moves, you know.
Yeah, he just loves the big occasions, everybody has said. More of the highlights to come in a second, but Alec Miller, disappointed though he is, has come out and he's talking to Rob McLean.
Alec, obviously disappointed. Was that a game Hibs could have won?
Yes, I felt that we lost a goal against the run of play, and then when we got the equaliser, I felt there was only one team in it, and at that point we missed 2 good chances.
You reshuffled things in the first half. You approached things a lot differently in terms of where McAllister and O'Neill were used. Was that a gamble that paid off for you, do you think?
No, Michael O'Neill's played there most of the season. Kevin, we felt that at times he was playing in a central area, Dan was out wide. We just kept 3 players up front, and just on general play it happened to be where they were at that given time.
When Dave McPherson's own goal went in, there was a real spark then. Did you think that you had it then?
I felt that at that point in time we were back in the game, and after that I felt we dominated the game. I felt that today, as a Hibs manager, I was proud of each and every player, because Rangers have been the best team over the last 5 or 6 years, and we definitely matched them in every department today.
Alec Hardlines, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
All credit to Alec Miller for coming out in his disappointment and giving us his views on the final. Well, we've seen how Rangers went ahead 10 minutes into the second half. They enjoyed that lead for only 4 minutes, and then a fairly bizarre equaliser for Hibs, which Gary Stevens certainly won't enjoy seeing again, Gordon, I wouldn't imagine.
He had a torrid 10 minutes here, actually, Gary Stevens. His touch, it was a bad touch, you know, from a man of his ability and stature in the game. And really, at this point, you don't notice it, but there's no Hibs player up there at all. They could have let that go. If somebody had called, get out of the way, do anything. But
it's a pass into nowhere, though, really, isn't it?
There's nothing. Give Wright credit, though. He's kept plugging away. He should really maybe have given that up, but he kept plugging away, and he got there, and he's put the ball across the goal.
That's right. And David McPherson, I don't know, blameless murder, really?
It's a bit unfortunate. I think it's so close to his
goal.
line.
I think there's nothing much.
Obviously, Davey will get all the bad publicity for scoring an own goal, but I think the mistake was made just before it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Rangers like to play the ball about at the back, and they tried to be maybe too clever at that point.
That's right. In fact, poor Gary Stevens had another mistake not long afterwards, which very nearly led to a second. But then he saved Rangers with a wonderful header out from virtually under the bar when Gareth Evans looked like scoring.
I think Gareth fancied his chances here because he got a wee run on Gary Stevens here. But again, a fantastic clearance. Some days Gordon said he'd a torrid 10 minutes. But here you thought it was going to be end up in the net. Gareth was up first.
That's a wonderful cross that, by the way, with McAllister.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Peachy cross.
He didn't do that enough.
Sure.
You know, I felt when Rangers were under a wee bit of pressure there, Hibs never got enough balls into the box like that. Because every cross cost Rangers problems. Whether it's from a set play or during normal play, it caused a problem.
That's right. Hibs, that was certainly Hibs' best period, Gordon, was it?
For an hour, they really, you know, Alex and they played well, but they didn't really threaten Rangers. Once they scored, the players just started to enjoy the cup final.
Sure.
It wasn't a problem. It wasn't worried about getting beat or getting a runners-up medal. They just started enjoying the cup final, and that's the way you must go into every cup final. When you play a cup final, it's the last one you'll probably play in, so you give it your best go. I think they'll be sitting in the dressing room now and saying, why didn't we go at them the way we did in the last half hour? It wasn't even great football. It was just putting balls in behind, trying to turn the Rangers defence, and they made mistakes from there.
That's right. And then the winning goal came, and it was peculiar because several people have been saying all week Ali will score the winner because he's been out for 5 or 6 months, and that's exactly how it proved, and he took it brilliantly, didn't he?
To be fair, Roy the Rovers is low-key compared to this guy, isn't he? I mean, English think they've got a character with Gascoigne, but this man produces the goods week in, week out.
But it's not just a wee tap into it, it's a bit of class for a finish.
Yeah. And he's got something nice to fall on, because that bum of his has definitely grown a bit in the last couple of months. He's got a nice cushion to fall on there.
And look at that, there's 4 Hibs players round about him.
Yeah, you said it, Gordon. Roy the Rovers, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the whole of Scotland, once McCoy's come on, thought, here we go, guess who's got to score the winner.